a pleasure to welcome to the stage. She is an actress whose incredible body of work includes, but absolutely not limited to, and if I say something you like, make some noise. Kick-Ass 2! Army of the Dead! Invincible! Yeah. Miss Mary Green's Home for Peculiar Children! Yellow Jackets. Arcane! Star Trek Prodigy! Yeah! Fallout? Ocala Comic-Con 2024, please welcome Ellen Purnell!
Hello. Hi guys.
Hey, welcome to Ocala.
Thank you. Oh, hello. That's a microphone. Thanks. I've never been here before. This is so exciting.
Have you been to Florida before?
I've been to Florida. I went to Miami. I'm in Miami.
Okay, all right. Big difference between Ocala and Miami. Big difference between them.
Yes, I'm gathering that.
This thing's being temperamental again. Let me try this one. All right. How's that? Okay, well, let's be back. Great. Well, thank you for joining us here this weekend. What I always do when I have a solo guest like yourself, I just kind of like to go into the origin story of your art, which is what drew you to acting.
I was a child actor. My mom drew me to acting. I did like baby modeling when I was too young to remember it, because my mom's friend needed a baby to wear some clothes, and so my mom was like, yeah, you can have my baby. And so I did that, and then yes, I always loved singing and dancing as a musical theater kid. So okay, a couple musical theater kids in the house, right? And then just kind of kept going. I did my first musical when I was 9, my first film when I was 12, and here we are today.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
You've done excellent body of work, both in front of the camera and some really solid work in animation as well. I'm always curious about this. What was it like doing that pivoting into animation? What were some of the challenges that you get used to that?
Well, Arcane was actually my first voiceover audition that I'd ever done. I think I got my voiceover agent like a week before. Sorry, I'm not used to being able to hear myself speak.
Yeah, I know.
It's really growing up. But yeah, it was different. I asked some of my friends who have experience doing animation, what's different. And they told me a few tips, like practical things, like you're supposed to like smile with your voice, whatever that means. So I tried to smile with my voice, and was very physical in the movie. And I guess you just have to kind of animate more. The thing that was really difficult was the efforts. When you're like fighting or eating and you make like weird sounds that you would never usually make.
Yes.
Well, I hope I don't make them because they're very weird. So that took a little bit of getting used to.
What was the strangest effort you've been asked to make so far?
Oh my God, I did like a video game, and there was a lot of pushing heavy objects, which really just sounds like you're on the toilet having a hard time. And we did those for an hour of pushing. It was embarrassing. That's the truth.
Here's some crazier ones. One actress once said, I did a video game, and my character's being thrown into a wood chipper. It was just like, when do you even start with that? So that's absolutely crazy. So again, so many big projects, but I think a big one that's on everybody's mind now is Fallout, and what a remarkable project. Yeah, please.
Thank you guys.
Yes. Video game fans have been burned so many times by live action adaptations, and it's nice to see they're getting better. And again, that project is just, it just captured it so very well, translating on in, and I was just like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, okay. All right. So, how did that come about for you?
I met with Jonathan Nolan, Geneva and Graham, who's the writing director, before I even wrote the script, before they even sent me the script, because they really wanted to explain the tone. Anyone that's played games in the show knows it's like a very specific kind of dark comedy, it's very quirky, very fun, whilst also being about the apocalypse correctly. And they wanted to explain that to me before I read the script. and then read it and just fell in love with it. And I knew of the games. I haven't played the games before, but I knew of them. And it's all in the script, the tone, the world building, all of that stuff is in the script. And I just fell in love with the world, really. And obviously my character, I thought she was really funny.
I think it took me a whole year. Finally, I just grabbed somebody and said, "Oh, what's the deal with the video game with a guy going?" And they're like, "Oh, that's Fallout. Oh, that's Fallout. Oh, okay." And then my housemate got it. I watched him like play it for months.
Right. I also knew that guy. I knew the full on guy, but I didn't know he was from the game and the show. I didn't know that guy.
Yeah, that's what the symbol of the show. So, well, again, congratulations on that. It's a wonderful experience. And again, you've been involved with so many fandom-based projects, genre-based projects. A regular shoot can be crazy enough, but when you're dealing with special effects makeup, green screens, locations, for anything involving cape swords or ray guns, that kind of makes things even crazier.
Yeah.
So out of all this body of work, what's been the strangest or craziest or loopiest day you've ever had on a set?
Honestly, every day on Fallout was just insane. In particular, I would say the scene where I'm fighting with Volta, you know, that like 15-foot mutated salamander with like fingers in his mouth. That was great. So Jonathan likes to do as much for real as he can. He doesn't love doing a ton of CGI and green screen, so that they built that puppet. That was like a real, you know, they had the head and then they had the rest of the body. And so it was really inside that dude's mouth, just getting like fighting him, covered in slime. I mean, it was insane. I had like a missing shoe. It was just like, and it's also 100 degrees, and I'm opposite a woman who has head to toe prosthetics, right? Who plays the floor. And it's so hot. This guy's head to toe prosthetics, waistcoat, jacket, hat, everything. He's like sweating out of his eye holes. Not his eye holes, the eye holes in his prosthetics. He's like sweating out of it. It's just like the most insane experience of my life. Where you just take it in your stride.
No, absolutely. So, and again, thank you for Arcane. Absolutely too. Yeah, absolutely so much on that. What's you got a project coming up? What can you tell us about Sweet Pea?
Sweet Pea, the trailer dropped. Yes, I think yesterday or the day before. What is the time?
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. So I executive produced it, and it's a British show, but it will be out on Stars over here in the UK. Comes out October 10th. Thank you. October 10th. I knew that. October 10th. It's about this woman who is overlooked in her life. She was bullied when she was younger, and she sort of tried very hard to hide away from her bully to avoid getting picked on. And as a result, when she becomes an adult, nobody sees her. She's invisible. She's totally wallflower.
Right.
And she finds her power by killing people. And
That's one way of doing it.
yeah, and listen, we don't endorse that. But yeah, so she sort of it's this kind of coming of rage story is what we like to call it. It's based on a book, but they're very different.
Yeah.
But the books are fantastic, really, really good. And yeah, it comes out soon. I'm excited for everyone to see it.
Ooh, as do we. All right, Stars. So we'll definitely check that out as it arrives. So, well, thank you for indulging my capricious curiosity. But before I jump out in the audience and take their basic questions, on behalf of myself and everybody else, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for your talents and your professionalism and for all the performances you brought to these roles. You've brought a lot of smiles and a lot of joy to a lot of people and a lot of different fandoms. So thank you for that.
Same, man.
Of course, my pleasure. This is gonna work? Okay, all right. Okay, so we'll start live up here, and whoever wants to go first, you'll get 2 pieces of game. I'll bribe you up there. All right. Okay, all right. Hey, what's your name? Max. What you got, Max?
I was just wondering if you had to record lines for Arcane, same time you're filming Ocala or something like that.
I did actually, a couple of times. Voiceover is just such a long process. Because you record your lines and then they go away and they animate it, and that could take years. You know, you do it episode by episode. And then they might change the lines, you have to redo the lines, and then they go back and do ADR. So it really I think the first season for me even, so I know they were working on it long before I came on, but it took me 3 or 4 years. But it's just a matter of scheduling. It means working on the weekends. It means you don't get a weekend, basically. But it's worth it.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. Good question. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Adrian. I was wondering, hypothetically, if Jason and Raider were to interact, it's like a friendship there, potentially.
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to say with Jinx who she's gonna like and who she doesn't, and what she's gonna do. She's so unpredictable. But in my optimistic brain, yes, a long-lasting friendship.
Is that the outcome you hope for?
I will see you remember.
Good answer. That's what I should have said.
Hey, welcome back. What you got this time? Okay, this is up to this audience. Let's go.
So my dad asked me to answer this to you. How do you?
Oh, where's your dad? Where's your dad? Where's your dad?
How did I come up with it? Oh, it was the writers. I don't know. That was in there from the moment I came onto the project. I mean, I remember in the first meeting they described Lucy as Ned Flanders in the Apocalypse. So I was like, well, why isn't it Oakley going to be? Because everyone knows that's what maybe season 2, maybe.
All right, thanks, man. Hey, what's your name?
That's a good question. I do. I have loads of advice. What I will say is, your career is defined as much as, if not more, by what you say no to. I think knowing what you want, what kind of actor you want to be, having role models, having, having an idea of what you want it to look like, the kind of projects you want to do. Doesn't even have to be things that you like watching. I love watching comedy. I've never done a comedy in my life. They won't hire me. I don't know why. Thank you. I needed that. So yeah, I would say just say no to more than you do say yes to.
All right, there you go. And for my, I'll give you this. It's a matter of spring. So it's like I hope that Hi, what's your name?
Well, the guys. Before I was a child actor, so I got into it really originally. I just loved musical theatre. I loved singing and dancing. And there was a point in my career. I mean, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and there was a point in my career where I didn't want to act anymore because I didn't feel like I was, kind of what I said earlier. I didn't really know what I wanted, and I felt like I was doing roles that looked really inspiring or fulfilling me. And I had to sort of fall back and look with it on my own terms. And for me, it was about being challenged in new ways, getting to do things that you would never usually do, learning new skills, researching new time periods and people, and just getting to treat every experience as a way to grow as a person. And what a great job! Yeah, that.
There you go. Thank you. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Tyler. What in the Ocala show? What do you think the hardest part of the scene that you filmed is?
Of what, sorry?
The hardest scene that you filmed.
Honestly, I think the finale. I won't say too much for anyone that hasn't gotten there yet, but it's a lot. There's a lot, what I'm talking about. There's a Lucy. Well, I'm like a human spoil machine, so I'm like really doing my best here. Lucy learns information that is quite devastating, and there's a lot of emotion, and we actually reshot that ending twice because there were so many things. There's explosions, there's a fight going on. You meet all the characters. Lucy's learning this devastating truth, and it was really hard to get that last okie dokie when she stands up. Oh my God, I must have done that hundreds of times. I just wasn't nailing it. So that was tough.
Yeah, great question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your name?
Nathan.
I wish they would let me wear the power armor. I have a habit of breaking things. I'm a little clumsy. So I don't think they will. Also, it's not going to fit me as much as I would like. Maybe they'll make me one. Maybe season 3. I don't know. We should write to them and tell them. And my favorite superhero? Oh, if I could play a superhero, Spider-Man would be cool. If you could make Spider-Man a doll. There is Spider-Man, right? See, I know so much.
All right, for you. No Katie for you, because that was 2 questions. I will do the rules. That's a good area. I was wondering, I don't know, a really question, but given the characterization mechanics in new weapons compared to Arcane, what did you personally think the character kind of different world for your machine?
Well, I got onto Arcane. They were very, very clear with me that they wanted Jinx from League of Legends and Hawkins to be different characters. You know, like cousins, not even sisters. They didn't want me to play the game or research the character at all. So I really still to this day don't even know the distinctions they might be talking about. I just went off how they described her to me in my audition. And my new audition, by the way, was like 3 hours. This was like an intense. I was in the booth. I watched a little bit of stuff that they had already made for Teach. And I was really just touched by her vulnerability, actually. And like, yeah, she's crazy and got some trauma and whatever. Yeah, we know. Don't we all? But she also has so many different dimensions, and I wanted to really show that. Great question. Hey, what's it? Outside is working. You're trying to get me sued, huh? I'm gonna go for a 5 because I'm scared of saying something. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hey, what's your name?
My name is TJ. I just want to say first, you're a great actress. I love Fallout. My big question is, you've done so many roles. I know CP is something. What is your inspiration when you have like
That's a great question. I think, well, I'm going to get it too far down to this. When it's emotional stuff, music really gets me in the mood. I have a playlist, so I keep doing that. I have a playlist that I listen to when I need to get sad. But also, I think it's actually about shedding. I think it's about shedding self-consciousness and any kind of inhibition, like the thing that makes us all humans that exist in society, especially on something like Sweetie or Jink or Arcane. You have to lose that level where you're conscious. You can't be conscious of the people around you or the cameras. Like you just need to go wild and just like let that come out of you. It's very therapeutic, very freeing.
Thank you.
My favorite child. I really can't pick. I really can't. I love them both just for different reasons. I think every job that I do and every part that I play does change me a little bit, shape me a little bit, and I definitely take parts of my character with me when I go. And that's so different. And there's this thing like you're not supposed to judge your character. So even when Jinx or even Rhiannon and Sweet Pea are behaving badly, it's like I really just feel empathy for them. So in my eyes, Jinx can do no wrong. She's fine.
Who do you prefer?
Yeah.
Andy?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm That's a very good question. Kenny, was that your name? Nice to meet you. Oh, what a good question. Okay, from Fallout specifically, I would say don't light a fire after dark. We should know this by now. It's like the one thing that just keeps coming up. No one has ever in a post-apocalyptic thing been like, no, we should definitely light this fire right now in the dark. So that's what I would say. In reality, in an apocalypse, I would be the first to go. I can't run that fast. I have very little common sense. It's not happening for me. But I have a good time.
Okay, what would you take? What's the one skill that I didn't do again?
Oh my gosh, I've never been asked that question before. Again, I don't think I would survive very long in the places. I kind of think I'd actually be like powder if powder had stayed as powder. You know, I just a little clumsy, and just surviving. I don't know. I think, I'd want to be some sort of like mad scientist. But again, like who would hire me? I have no qualifications. Are there actors in Arcane? I would do that. Can I do that?
Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Paula? My question is, what is your favorite role in Fallout 4 and your favorite lunch?
My favorite quote? Volt? Oh, I don't know, you're testing me. Like, I don't know, I actually can't remember. I have not played the game since before I shot the show. What was it, Volt and
Favorite line?
Well, War One Never Changes is a classic, right? I gotta go for that one. I don't know, but I'll tell you in the show, it's not full. It's not Volt full. They got some weird, creepy stuff. I don't want to know about that. I'm gonna say 33. It's nice. It's safe. Well, it was safe. I guess it's not anymore. There's nowhere safe. There's nowhere safe than Fallout.
Great questions with the busy man. Because you ask two, and he gets your game. But the questions that I want to say. Hey, what's your name?
My name's Jay. I love your role in Yellow Dragon. It's just like one of my favorite things. Like, it's amazing. I was wondering, do you believe that Jinx is good mental health representation?
Well, I think Jinx needs therapy. I'm a big therapy gal. Like, I think everybody should go to therapy, even if you don't have trauma or you don't think you have trauma. It's insane to me that we are built with these incredible organs in our body, and no one teaches us how to use them. It's wild. We get told like the most efficient way to study and revise and like learn information short term for a test. We're not taught like here's how you breathe right, or like here's how you develop panic attack. Like it's wild to me. Do I think she's good mental health representation? I think it's a big responsibility that the writers have faced it, and I think they did a very good job showing the realities of what trauma can do to you. And I think it's good representation to see that in its raw, messy self. But again, we don't condone murder. That's the takeaway from this panel.
We all working on that. Great question. Thank you. Hey, what's your name?
Roman, I know you haven't played the game in a while, but check out Fallout.
No, I should. I have a lot to do after this panel. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna download some stuff. They told me to play Fallout 4, and so that's the only one that I played a little bit, and I'm really not very good at it, and I need to play it more, and I will. That's my promise to you.
Hi, what's your name?
Hey, Joe. I was wondering,
really high on my list of things I want to go. Thailand, wouldn't that be cool? I've never been to Berlin. Would you really like to go to Berlin? You running out of time?
Yeah, I gotta reload.
Oh my gosh, I have so many places. I just filmed this really stupid but amazing horror comedy in Wales. And I've never been to Wales previously. I don't know if anyone here has been to Wales. It is beautiful. Still go to Wales if you can. It's gorgeous. It's very countryside. Yes. Thank you.
Hey, what's it?
My favorite scene probably was the one where, you know, when he's using, the ghoul is using Lucy as bait and dipping her in the water. That was the funnest torture scene I've ever done. It was so great. I got to do most of it, not all of my, no, most of my own stunts, and that one in particular. And no, it's mildly terrifying knowing that you're like tied up and you have no way of getting yourself up. Like I could have done it, 100% could have done it. I'm sure someone was keeping me safe, but it didn't feel that way. But that was the day that it was 100 degrees. So I just got to be in the water. It was great. Walton's like crying out of his eyeballs, and I'm just like floating like a mermaid. It was fantastic. Yeah. I was
What's
like,
your favorite scene?
I don't know.
You're like, oh,
That's okay. It's okay to not know.
great question. Thank you. Hey, what's that? Again, it's a high accent. So you might not be able to answer this. I was wondering if you could say anything about Baron production fallout. This is our this point you do. Have you understood? Started.
I know nothing. I haven't even got a script. I don't know if they're deliberately withholding information. I don't know if season 2 is improv. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. I wish I did. It'll happen when it happens, you know?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Soder. I was wondering if there's a specific song that might have this experience that kind of gives off the vibe of
That's a fantastic question. Oh, there's honestly so much happens. There's a reason it's coming out in 3 parts, you guys. So much happens. I don't think one song could encapsulate all of those things. Maybe Bohemian Rhapsody. That's got like 500 things going on. Let's go for that. It's like chaotic.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi. So when you're gonna go for Arcane, it's like all the
That's a really good question, and that's probably the thing that the note I get given the most is to amp up the energy, because I think even when I think I'm getting it 100%, that's like Jinx's 10. So I have, you know, and it's just about really trusting the directors and the writers, and just, it's really just it's blind faith is what it is, and just whatever they say, you do it. And it's really good writing, you know. Jinx has never really studied like casual normal things. So as soon as you read something slightly quirky and chaotic, it kind of brings it back. They'll also do this thing where they play you lines. You know, if it's been a while since your last session, they'll play you the lines so you can remember how you did it, and then you kind of just like practice it a few times to get back into that headspace. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, yeah. Come further up. You get the whole ring here to see this.
Oh, much better.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Carissa.
What you got?
So my question is, what do you think sets Arcane apart from other animated series?
Oh wow, that's a great question. I think it's so many things. I often think like a successful anything is yes, built on talent and definitely built on hard work, but it's also slightly luck. It's all of the things. It's like an amazing recipe. It's all of the things coming together in just the right amount to really nail something. And I think with Arcane, the music is phenomenal. It takes years to make. Fortiche is incredible. I think visually it's very different. I don't think I've ever seen anything that looks like Arcane. It's also quite a feat to make people cry from an animated series. You know, as humans, we read other people's faces, and that's what makes us feel emotion. And to be able to do that off an animated, a drawing, someone's hand done, and it's not, it's not a human face. It's difficult. So I think the writing and the actors, it's a little bit of everything.
Great. All right, stay right there. Stand up. Come on, let's do a quick one. Please take some things.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah, let's do it. Are you here there? Big round. Yeah. Oh, all right. The Ocala Comic-Con, the social media department thing. Okay, great. Hey, applause for our cosplayers. Let's do it. What's this? What's your name? Albert. I have no services, so okay. Do you think the season 2 of Ocala, the final resolution, will be all the main characters playing a game of basketball?
I wait. You should be one of the writers on the show. I hope so. I have no further comment. What do you think? Do you think that's what we should do? Yeah. I think so.
Like a yellow official create concerts, I don't know, like anything survival song. Could resolve the entire conflict. Even starting the game, it's just adding a whole world.
Yeah. Maybe they just need a good game of basketball.
Let's start the hashtags. We'll get that going. Thank you. Great basketball. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you for getting played that's everything. What's that this time?
Emotional wise and voice acting wise, what was the hardest scene or mindset?
Like I won't say anything about season 2, but in season 1 it's the finale. Oh my god, it's so heartbreaking. Again, I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't got that, but it's the betrayal is so sad. And you really just at that point you recognize that like Jinx is just unstable. She's just unstable and she really needs someone to save her and believe in her and believe that she can be good. And, you just desperately want Ryan Jinx to work it out. It's so sad.
Hello. Oh, okay. Hi, what's your name?
How easy or hard was it for you to get into that headspace with things? Like, did it come naturally after a while, or was it just
After a while, it does come naturally. It depends on how long it's been in between sessions. And definitely sometimes I spend like a couple of years. I have to be like, just recap me what happened in the show so far. At the beginning, it was, oh, it's so long ago, I'm trying to remember. Definitely in the beginning, we worked quite hard to find the balance between fun and crazy and chaotic and all the things I want to touch, but also, like I said before, those grounded moments of vulnerability. And sometimes I would, sorry, I just said sorry to our microphones. Sometimes I would lean too far one way or too far the other way, so it's about striking that balance. But you do so many different takes and then really just leave it up to the editing gods. And to a certain extent, it's out of my control. Whatever they choose to do with it, I think it's kind of, I can't really do anything about it. Just hope that they're really good at their job. Luckily they are.
Alright, what do you have one here? Hello, what's your name?
Hey,
Hi.
so we experienced the playing Arcane in the Japanese. So seeing you on Fallout was really overwhelmed with emotions. What as a fellow legislator would you include in your backpack as someone who's always over what would be your favorite pre-war foods that you bring with you?
Oh, you're talking cool out stuff.
Oh yeah.
See, I was like, I bring my espresso machine.
Absolutely.
You know what I wouldn't bring is Spam. I ate so much Spam for that show. Spam's good when you cut it up real thin and then you fry it. Don't judge me.
No, I agree.
Right? It's not good when you eat it out of the can. Same with the deviled eggs. There's actually very little I would want from Fallout. The deviled eggs in the show, we made them of marzipan. And there's the scene where I've got Wilsig's head and I'm eating deviled eggs. Look, marzipan's great. I love marzipan. I did not slip that. I was like this and like that, just like full of sugar. What would I bring? Okay, water. What's the oh my gosh, Nuka-Cola, I'd bring that. Electrolytes, you need that, right? I can't think of anything else. My brain is like, I don't know, it's like 3 a.m. right now.
I'm really bringing some, good taste food and personal, but I took purified water.
I'm just gonna stick with you. You've got everything we need. I've got the coffee.
There you go. Fun question. Thank you. Hey, what's your name?
Spartan Andrew 110.
Yeah, for Spartan.
Well, full disclaimer, I haven't seen the vlog yet.
That's okay.
Only thing I know from it is when your doppelganger over there told me about it. Sorry, that's very question.
No, actually, multiple people have come up to me asking if I knew, and it's fantastic. Yes.
But my question is, what was your reaction? I know it's like Lucy's reaction to coming out of the ball. What was your reaction from coming out of the ball to a post-public?
I'll turn around and go right up inside. Wouldn't you? Oh, yeah, okay.
Different game. That's
I just want to take a nap.
there you go. Fun question. Hey, what's your name?
Sam. What kind of music did you like to listen to before you filmed your scenes for Fallout?
Great question. A lot of 50s stuff. There's also a lot of Fallout playlists on Spotify. So I didn't even really I usually make playlists for every character. And I did for Lucy in the second half of the show when I felt like I was moving away from that 50s style. But I just listened to all of the ones that already exist on Spotify. A lot of 50s stuff. That World on Fire song that I can just never get out of my head. I don't want to set the World on Fire. It's just on repeat for like 5 years. Just will not go out. And then actually one song in the finale, it's As the World Caves In by Matt can't remember. Matt something. Great guy. But that's kind of about like the bombs raining down and it's the end of the world and there's only one person you want to spend it with. And it's very phenomenal. What's his name?
What's your name?
Was it really hard?
Not anymore. It was when the first time I did American accent, I was 15, and I've worked with dialect coaches my whole life. I'm a big believer you should, even if you know the accent, you should just always do it. You can never be too careful, and I think it helps also get into the character, and you can kind of do an accent work at the same time as dialect work. When I was 15, I stayed in the accent the whole time. It's a very embarrassing interview of me out there. This is why child actors shouldn't be child actors, because everything you do when you're a child just exists forever on the internet. That's the thing you know. It's very embarrassing to be at 15 as Ella doing an American accent. And all the comments are like, why is she doing this accent? Because people on the internet are mean. But yeah, you can find that somewhere. I stayed in the accent that time, but now I can kind of just go back and forth with the help of the dialect.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Oh, you're right, Kenny.
All right, so later.
So, I'm not really a fan of my dad. My dad wants to know,
All right, well, let's ask your dad. Dad. How much did you improvise while playing this game?
A few times as I got more comfortable, I would say whatever the cult code is, I think that's episode 6 or 5 or something. From that point onwards, because Chris Purnell, who plays the guy with the one eye, he likes to do a lot of improv. So you kind of have to just bat whatever he throws at you. And then I got a bit more comfortable. A few of the like holy molies and like oh gosh, those kind of things. A few of those were made. And also by that point, the writers trust you trust the writers. There's a bit more of like a collaborative spirit. First few episodes, everyone's just like trying to get by. So a little bit, but also just so good. I kind of didn't, there's nothing I could come up with that would have been better than what was on the page. Also, improv kind of scares me. That's the truth.
All right, Dan, heads up. Good catch. Hey, welcome back. What's that this time?
So I didn't say it last time, but Jesus.
You know what? It's in season 2. Let me be careful. There is one scene where I feel like Jinx is sort of herself again. And it was really fun. It was really fun to play. That's it. I'm so scared of getting serious. But I'm excited. I'm really genuinely excited that I want to see season 2. I think it's so good. Really.
After season 2, we'll ask that question very clear. Thanks for that. Okay. Back again, bro. Okay, where's that this time? Also, that wants season 7.
Thank you. Now tease. Okay.
Yes, I'm not going to spoil it for everybody, but do you personally believe what Silco told things? Because I know a lot of things fluctuate on that, whether they believe or not. I want to know if you personally believe.
I can't remember what he was telling me. What? I don't know. And sometimes it's okay to not know. That's the moral of the story.
And we'll all
Sorry, that's a terrible answer, but like,
that's absolutely
I gotta be myself.
All right, well, come on up.
Hi, doppelganger.
Okay, what's your name?
Queenie,
All right, what you got?
so when you naturally came to the care, you're there. Do you ever take anything with the mannerisms from characters or anything like that? How do you get rid of it? How do you
It's a really good question. Okay, well, first of all, okie dokie, I can't stop standing. It's just like part of my DNA right now. And I think that's okay. There's worse things to have to be a part of your DNA than okie dokie. I do, you do take bits of your character with you, or do you bring bits of yourself into your character? I don't know, I don't think anyone knows. I will say that, like, it's sometimes hard to, like, remember who you are when you're working a lot. I went through a period where I did 3 films back to back and I was not taking care of myself at all. I was working, and I got home and I remember, like, opening my closet and being like, you know, you, like, don't know what to wear, but it was, like, on a big meta scale. So I was like, who am I? What clothes do I like wearing? I couldn't even remember, I couldn't even figure out what kind of music I liked because I've just been so, you know, I wore other people's clothes for the last year and a half of my life. So now it's important to me that, like, there's a slight ritual involved with what I do it on the way to work. You get into character on the way home from work, you get out of character. And, like, showers now are very important because it's more than just, like, getting clean, I'm also, like, becoming myself again. That's probably going to sound really pretentious and actory, but it's true. Like, you spend so much time trying on emotions, and after, like, 20 years, that does kind of grind you down a bit. I don't know, just gonna shake it up. Shake it up.
Okay, first of all, get a blue one, obviously. Obviously, too. Another round of applause for our cosplayer. We are just at time, so unfortunately, the close line or confidence or any of it, we'll be back at the table. Real quick. Let me go. Anything else you got on the horizon you are allowed to share with us?
No, just stay tuned. Sorry.
No, that was me.
That was beautiful.
That was sorry.
Stay tuned. We got the Scary, which is that horror comedy about killers girls. Sweetly, Arcane, Fallout, and maybe some other things.
Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for the question, everyone.
Yeah, before we go, you want to take a picture with the audience?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, let's come towards the stage.
Not on the